Okay, let's talk about dropshipping suppliers. There are so many suppliers out there that we can use to get the products from them and sell them on our stores. Now, when it comes to suppliers, there are different types of suppliers. There are wholesale suppliers, retail suppliers, and private suppliers. Here are the differences between them and how to find the best dropshipping suppliers for your business. Let's start with what you want to look for in a dropshipping supplier. So I'm going to go through this list relatively quickly because I want to show you the best ones. But before you start looking for a supplier or before you land on one and start working with them, make sure that they have fast shipping and delivery times because customers don't want to wait 2, 3, 4 weeks to get their items. You want to also work with a supplier that uses valid tracking information that you can track and your customer can track once they send out the package. Remember that the supplier is going to send the product directly to your customer. You are not going to touch the product. So that's why you also want to make sure that your supplier has high quality products. And sometimes you can see that if they have customer reviews of other people who purchase products from that certain supplier. Now, you also want to work with a supplier that offers you good return policies because you want to offer returns to your buyers as well. There's a much higher chance that people will purchase and check out on your website if they know that if something goes wrong, they can always return the package. So they know that their money is safe, and returns usually make for around 1 to 2% of our total transactions. So we want to work with suppliers that give us good return policies. And we also want suppliers that have good communication, that we can actually talk to them and there's someone to talk to, and that they also give us good solutions to any problem that we may have. And of course, that they also reply relatively quickly, because when a customer reaches out to us and now we have to reach out to our supplier and ask them the same question, our customer is waiting to get an answer. And the longer it takes your supplier to answer us, the longer it's going to take us to reply to our customers, and they're not going to be too happy about that. So we want to work with suppliers with fast and good communication. And last but not least, we don't want to put all our eggs in one basket. This means that we don't only want to work with one dropshipping supplier. So a lot of beginner dropshippers usually just use AliExpress as their supplier, and they don't think about moving anywhere else or working with multiple suppliers or expanding out of the China region. And there's a lot of bad things that can come with that because when the Chinese go on Chinese holidays, no one's going to be shipping out your order for a few weeks. Or, for example, if surprises happen, like tariffs from China to US, now you can't ship products from China to the US. And this can happen with any supplier from any region. So if one supplier lets us down, we can always rely on the other ones. So we don't only want to work with one dropshipping supplier. So with so many suppliers out there and so many products that we can resell, how do we know which are the right suppliers to work with that also have access to the products that we want to sell? So let's break this down and keep it super simple. The best dropshipping suppliers out there are all inside the AutoDS platform. And that is simply to make it super easy and accessible for you. Let me show you exactly what I mean and how many suppliers and products you have within the AutoDS platform. And AutoDS suppliers get split to 3 different sections. The first is the AutoDS Marketplace. Now, the AutoDS Marketplace has vetted private suppliers that you can work with, which I'll show you in about a minute. There's also extra perks with working with those private suppliers, like having branding customization, meaning your products get sent out with your branded logo on it, even if you ship one product each time, which usually isn't accessible to dropshippers, but in AutoDS it is, of course. And you also have over 30 retail and wholesale dropshipping suppliers that are also supported by AutoDS. Let me show you a quick example of what that actually looks like. So this means that you can work with any of these suppliers, and this is just a small screenshot example. There's a lot more. So for example, you could go to AliExpress, which is a retailer, Amazon, Etsy, even places like eBay, CJ Dropshipping, Costco, Target, Overstock, all of these retail websites. You can go there, grab products, and import them to AutoDS into your selling channel, which in our case right now is Shopify. And these are just the retail and wholesale suppliers. So you can simply go to their websites, grab any product that you want, and import it to AutoDS. I will show you how to do that in this video, but I just want you to understand how simple it is. Now, AutoDS also has their own warehouse in China. So we import all the best goods into that warehouse. So you'll always have access to the latest and greatest trends with fast shipping from the AutoDS warehouse. So AutoDS is also working as its own supplier as well. And if I just scroll a bit more here, you can also see that you can filter the suppliers by their locations, so by their warehouse locations. So for example, you can see all of these suppliers here that AutoDS supports. And by support, I mean that you can import products from them and you'll have all the automation, price monitoring, stock monitoring, and everything else. So this list of retail and wholesale suppliers can also be broken down by region. For example, let's say I want to find suppliers that are located in Germany because that is my target audience. So I want to ship quickly from Germany to Germany. So here I'm going to click on Germany, and then I can see the suppliers that I can use. And of course, same for any other region. Just click on it and you can see all of the suppliers that you can work with in that region. So all of these are one type of supplier or suppliers that you can work with, that you can import their products and have full automation in your store. The other, of course, is using the AutoDS marketplace. So let's take a look at what that looks like, because there's a lot of perks and benefits that come with the AutoDS marketplace. So once you create your AutoDS account and log in, you'll be greeted with this AutoDS marketplace over here. And here you have a whole bunch of suppliers ranging from both retail and wholesale like AliExpress, Amazon, DHgate, and all of these suppliers. But you also have AutoDS suppliers. And this right here is all of the private suppliers that you can work with as well. So what exactly does it mean, private supplier? It means that all of these suppliers here, these sellers, like this one here is called the Perfect Part Inc. So you can see their products here. Then there's another supplier here. And there's another supplier here called Alienway. And then there's the AutoDS warehouse, which I also talked about. So that's another private supplier. Then you have this supplier here and this one here called Liam Store. So you have a lot of suppliers here that are selling their products. And these suppliers cannot be found anywhere else. This is where you can start to build and maintain a relationship with them, see what products they have to offer, and it's really easy to sell them. All you have to do is hover over a product that you like and click here where it says import draft. This will import the product to the draft section of AutoDS, where you can fully optimize the product before importing it to the product section and having it go live so that other people can purchase it. I'm going to demonstrate all of that in this video, but first I want you to understand what the private suppliers is and all of the perks and benefits that come with it. So let's say, for example, I'm going to take this supplier here called the Perfect Part Inc. So I've got this flashlight product over here. I can see how much it costs. I can see the shipping time 4 to 6 business days, which is relatively quickly. If I click on it, it takes me inside the product page where I can see more product information. For example, where it ships from, in this case, the US, $0 shipping, so free shipping. And if I scroll down, I got all of the product information and description. So you can see here, I can read about it, I can learn about it, I can see more images, more information about what the package includes and shipping information and all of that. And that's pretty cool. Once again, I can import this to my store simply by clicking here where it says import draft. Another thing that you can do is click on message this supplier. And this will open up a chat between you and the supplier so that you can talk to them, ask them questions, get to know them. So you can do that as well and also create a sample order. You can do that if you want to order this product to your address, and the AutoDS system will purchase the product, send it to your address so that you can shoot videos on the product or test it or do whatever you like. So this is how you create real easy sample orders. For that, you do have to use Fulfilled by AutoDS, which I will talk about later on in this video when we talk about order automation. And this is what the message this supplier looks like. So if I click on it, it opens up a chat between me and them, and you can send messages. You can see that I did message him in the past. I sent him a message and he replied, and you can continue in this chat window. Now, another cool thing that I love about working with private suppliers, and not all of them have this, is the customizable branding. So you can see right here where it says customizable branding. We don't have it with every supplier. Like here, you can see the Perfect Part Inc. doesn't have customizable branding, but others do. So when you see customizable branding, what it means is if you sell this product right here, so in this case, it's a portable fan. So let's open it up, see the product page. And this one is more flexible. You can see that it ships from multiple locations. It also gets delivered relatively quickly within a week. But here you can also see on the right side, create your customizable branding. So this means that if I click here, add now, it'll take me to a section where I can add a logo to my store. That's inside the AutoDS settings/store settings column. And here you have a spot where you can upload a logo. So here I added the AutoDS logo. That means that if I sell this product, right, so I import it to my store, somebody purchases the product, and I send it out with order automation because all the private suppliers have their orders sent out automatically using the fulfilled by AutoDS service, which once again, I'll talk about in the order automation section of this video. But if that product gets sold and I send it out, it's going to be sent out with that logo that I uploaded as well in a little thank you card on the side. So that's another nice way to brand your product and get your customers to remember your store name, remember your business, and eventually refer their friends and their family to purchase from you as well. The branding effect goes a long way, and I highly recommend to take advantage of it. So take a good look at the AutoDS marketplace and all of the private suppliers that you can connect with right here. They all sell winning products, and they're waiting to work with dropshippers like you. And last but not least, we've also got the AutoDS product sourcing feature. What this means is, even if you add a product from an external supplier, like let's say I went to AliExpress or Amazon or Walmart, wherever, and I found a product that I would like to sell. Okay, let's say it's a pet product, and let's say it is this ducky doll specifically. Okay, so let's say this is the one that I want to sell. I will add this product to my store, which I'll show you in about a minute when I do the product importing. But after I add it to my store, I can make a sourcing request. So this means that no matter what supplier you used, if you added a product to your store, no matter where it's from, okay, like even AliExpress, for example. So let's say I add this head massager, which we've seen before in this video. Let's say I add this to my store and I'm able to sell it. And now I don't like the supplier that I used. I want to see if I can find a better supplier with faster shipping and even a cheaper price. That is what the AutoDS sourcing feature does. It'll take the product and it'll look for a better source, faster shipping, cheaper prices, and this will set you up to learn about those suppliers as well, learn about the best, fastest, and cheapest suppliers. No matter what product you uploaded, the AutoDS system will come back to you within a day with a better source. And the way to do it is to simply create a sourcing request. You have one under your orders page. So right here, it says sourcing request. And here's where you can learn more about it. You can easily make a sourcing request by also going to your products page. And let's say I want this product right here to be sourced. So I clicked on it to open up the editor. So I've got this product right here. I can click on these three circles where it says more options, and then we're going to make a sourcing request. It does cost 1 auto order credit. I'm going to talk about all the credits soon, but this is where you're going to do it. So I clicked on sourcing request, and then I'm going to click here on process sourcing request. Now you can see that this product right here is under a sourcing request. It'll be ready in about a day, so I will show you the results later in this video, but you can see right here that this product right now is being sourced. It's in progress. This is the create date. This is the store that created it, and we will simply come back here to sourcing request to see the results. You can even do this after you have an order. So you get an order to the orders page, and you don't want to use that supplier. So what you're going to do is create a sourcing request for the product inside your order. Wait half a day or 1 day tops, you'll get the sourcing results, and then you can choose whichever supplier you want from that product where you got a sourcing request from. So I'm going to make a few sourcing requests so I can show you how that's done and how you can choose a better supplier. So in this case, I'm also going to do it for this product as well. So I'm going to open it, create a sourcing request, and let's see what the system is able to gather. So those are my top recommendations that will hook you up with the best suppliers out there and even better suppliers even after you add the products and you think you found a good supplier, and how to also work with private dropshipping suppliers and keep it all under automation. So that's a quick brief rundown about the dropshipping suppliers that you can work with. So you've got the retailers, the wholesalers like Amazon, AliExpress, Walmart, Target, all of those 30 plus supported suppliers on AutoDS. And of course, you've got access to private suppliers, product sourcing, and more. This is going to make your job a lot easier and save you a lot of time in the long run. So now that we're done with suppliers and you're going to see me working with them in this video, we can finally move on to importing products. So we're going to grab the products that we found from product research. We're going to choose what supplier to grab them from, import them to our store, and begin the optimization.